Salutations, huzz, buzz, and subscribes. So, as you know, every single time I make a video of me driving the Vette, I make a comment about how my tires are cooked, and that's because I'll just like give you the whole rundown. So when I bought the car, it had Indy Firestone Indy 500, whatever that's called. You know what I'm talking about. The ones that are like pretty decent, but like not amazing, but they're relatively cheap. But they've become like less good over time as a deal, as their price has gone up and they just don't perform as well as I feel like they should. But they're still decent choices for the car. And not to mention, with C5s, you're kind of limited in tire choice because they don't make PS4Ss in this size, at least not that I've found. And so you only have a couple other options. And so before I get into that, what I'm going to say is that not only that, but these tires were like 7 years old when I bought it, and like borderline sus for the dealer to sell me on, but like they're dealers, so they're scam artists. So that's what I had. And so my front tires have been cooked for a long time, and even when I went to the tail with this car like a while ago, they were already cooked, and I was complaining about the car's understeer a lot. And I don't know, like, I don't want my Corvette to understeer, and for a second I thought it was just built into the car and it's just not a sports car like that, but obviously it probably does understeer a little bit at the limit just because it's like a street car. It's not a Z06, it doesn't have like too much camber or toe or anything, but it shouldn't like be so crappy, and it's because the tires are super cooked. So I got new tires, and they're the Bridgestone, or sorry, they're Continental Sport Contact Sport or whatever 02, the ones that compete with the PS4S. And I've heard that like they're pretty comparable in terms of performance, and it's just personal preference as to how you like the feel of the tire. But they're also cheaper than PS4s, and like I said before, you can't get PS4S. So after that whole tirade is gone on tires, what I was getting at for this entire thing is that I am going to burn off my tires because I need to, I don't know, I need to burn them off because that'd be a waste to replace them without burning them. Alright, so now I've found the spot in the middle of nowhere because I realized I need to test the levels for the audio. So I'm going to check the gain by just like revving it randomly and seeing what it sounds like. Classic audio recorder fashion, it turns out it's dead. I'm gonna see, that's a switch right there. So hopefully I still have some other batteries in here. You know, I don't know how well you can really see out here, but it really is kind of beautiful. There's like not much to see other than the stars, but I don't know if that's actually gonna show up on camera or not. But yeah, there you go. Check out that sweet vehicle right there. I'm gonna give you a little walk around just as like a little cinematic, even though I'm not doing the ninja walk or anything, but there you go. This is also a surprisingly good time to show you how good or bad the C5 stock headlights are. So these are just the fog lights on right now. As you can see, it doesn't go very far. And then this is the normal headlights, and you can see it's not terrible, but like you don't actually get to see that far in front of you. And the high beams are pretty good. They're actually not that bad, but like I feel like normal headlights go that far. So yeah, there you go. That's what C5 headlights look like. Blah, blah, blah. That's what C5 headlights look like. Tongue twister. So in even more me fashion, they're all dead somehow, and so I'm charging them on this charger, and we'll see how long that takes. Maybe I'll go buy some. So I'm driving around, and check this out. There's literally already troll marks on the ground. I think this is the perfect spot for at least one of the spots I'm trying to hit. Alright, so I stopped at Racetrack for some batteries, and fun fact, they have none. So I'm gonna go to the next spot and see if they have any batteries. So yeah. Alright, Citgo is the second place of the night that's out of batteries. I guess people love eating AA batteries or something. Well, I don't know. Time to hit spot number 3. Alright, we finally copped some AA's. It was $11 or something. But I don't know, brown man at the gas station, I understand. He's turning off the lights when people aren't here to keep that bill down. I understand though. But now that we finally got these, I'm gonna go try to do some debauchery. Alright, so one thing I will check is how much tread life I have left. I'll try into the ground, and as you can see, not very much. I have like maybe like 2 millimeters or something, so I probably only have like a couple runs. You can see, yeah, there's not very much on there. Well, at least I know I'm getting the proper use out of it, but yeah. I think I probably won't get as much as I'm hoping for, but this was an adventure either way. Alright, so everything is finally all set up, and I'm gonna finally start driving now and stop just like looking at the camera and talking to it. So hopefully I have enough tire to hit the multiple spots that I have, but if not, I know where to come back to. Okay, sorry, the first spot was actually way too hot, so they had like security driving around and stuff, so I'm actually not gonna do that spot. But this one is like absolutely perfect, so I'm gonna use this. But yeah. Check out that guy. It's kind of spooky, isn't it? Thinking about setting up the camera right in the middle of all this trolling, and then maybe like doing something around it. So I'm just gonna set it up like that. Service active handling. I wonder why. Power steering pump is making some funny sounds. Absolute spin out. Steering pump is not liking that at all. Alright, so I'm going to use my water bottle and my camera as points for figure eights. So first I'll start with the donut around the camera. And I spun out. I'm gonna try with the donut around this guy. I think my tires might actually be done. I'm getting like no grip. Damn, I can't get it. Say I meant to do that. Thanks for coming along with me on that adventure. I hope there was enough actual driving in that and not just me talking the entire time. I guess I'll see in post, but I think it'll be a cool video anyway. But yeah, like I was saying, I think it's going to be a cool video anyway. My tires at least got used up. You can see like all this white on the outside that happens when you drift. Now, one thing that was kind of annoying is just the lack of angle on that car. Like, everyone always says it online. Anyone who tries to drift a C5, oop, I keep getting interrupted, but yeah, anyone who drifts a C5 or has seen any videos on it knows that everyone complains about the lack of angle, and that was 100% true. Now, I'm not the greatest drifter in the world, as you can see. I'm just trying to have some fun, but since the car was on crappy tires and was spinning out really easily, it made it a lot harder with the lack of angle. Another thing is that you could hear my steering pump whining, and apparently if it's low on fluid under high G's, it'll make that sound. So I guess I need to check the fluid and stuff on that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and didn't dislike me yapping so much, but I just had a lot to say, I guess. But hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.